What's up, y'all? How are you? This is Neena Perez, and this is Straight Talk, No Sugar Added. I am chilling on Winject. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, press the button, share all of that great stuff because, well, it's awesome. And I am here to really pour into you and grow this community. And the only way I can do that is with your help. So make sure that you guys go ahead and do that. Press all of the buttons. You already know what to do. That's how you help to support me and support the channel. So I want to thank you guys for being here. And if you guys are not a part of my group yet, please go on to winject.com/groups/Neena Perez. I was hoping that my mic was on because I feel a little like disoriented. I'm doing so many things, and so I don't know what's happening right now. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I'm over here turning off Alexa. Alexa, turn off. She's just like randomly playing things on her own as she sees fit. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And I have been having such amazing conversations with so many amazing humans. So if you guys are not catching the new episodes and all that coming out on the podcast, you are missing some fantastic, really engaging conversations. A lot of them are to just pour into you as leaders and entrepreneurs to make sure that you guys are really getting a different perspective, different aspects, ways to grow, challenge, and transform your thinking, especially when it comes to being a leader or an entrepreneur. I deal with a lot of different like coaches and leaders and CEOs and all that great stuff that comes onto the show and just pours and pours and pours into the show and into you. I also love what I do. I am a women transformational coach, and I'm watching these women thrive and grow in everything that they want to do. And it's just phenomenal. And, that made me think a lot about why I do what I do. I mean, I thought about that before, of course, because how do you start a business without knowing why you do it? And I realized that there is so much grit and strength and uh, authority and power in me, right? And then I know that that is also in you. And every time I think about all of the amazing human beings that I can encounter, all the women that I work with that I freaking love so much, all of that stuff. I realized that the strength, just the strength in women, the strength in humans, right? The ability to embrace resilience and to be able to move forward in the things that they want to do. And so in this video, I wanted to make sure that we delve into resilience and the ability to bounce back even when life is punching you in the freaking gut, right? Because life hits us and it hits us hard with a bunch of curveballs, and we are like trying to dodge and trying to not to actually get hit by these massive things that happen in our life. And in this episode, I wanted to really go through what embracing resilience can feel like and be like and is in your life. And we're going to really kind of dive into learning what it is to unlock that superpower in you through resilience, right? Because you need to have resilience in your life in order to make it to that next day, if you're even promised or given that next day, because we're not promised tomorrow, right? I know for me that when life hits me really, really hard, I start to feel overwhelmed. There's a lot of hurdles coming my way. There's a lot of things thrown in my direction. And as I'm trying to build my business and pour into more people and really get into my podcasting and pour and pour and pour, I realize that I'm really getting hit with a lot of different things. It starts to become overwhelming, and these hurdles get in the way, right? And I'm sure that happens to you because I know I'm not alone, right? This is a human condition. This is how life is. But there are ways to really kind of move past the fact of you feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you can't quite kickstart your life, right? And you're just getting there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And in this video, I wanted to share that with you, right? Share both tips and tricks and tactics and things that I have used in my life to overcome the enormous amount of things that have happened in my life, so that I can turn like no's into yeses and these I can't statements into I can, right? So I want you to buckle in, get ready, and let's really get on this journey of resilience together. And I thought of, okay, so Neen, So, Neen, like when you are going through challenges and really trying to understand the resilience in your life, what is the thing that you do? And the first thing is the choices that I make in the midst of that. In the midst of that adversity, it's the choice that I decide to make. Because at the end of the day, like, ladies and gentlemen, you are the ones that have to really make the decision of what it is that you are going to do. What is the choice that you are making in the midst of adversity, right? And when we're faced with all of these challenges, well, you have choices. You can embrace, the victim mentality. You can embrace shame. You can embrace all of the you can embrace it and just make it a part of you, or you can choose to be resilient and you can choose to embark on this path to recovery, on the path to get back up, on the path to go forward, right? Because you have a choice. I chose for a very long time to live in shame and to live in victimhood, and to live in that space, right? That kept me in depression and anxiety and always worried, and all of that. I chose that. I chose that for a while. I kept moving. Don't get me wrong. I kept getting up every day and I kept moving, but I was still with the back of the mind victim mentality. Oh, I can't. Oh, I won't. Oh, whatever that thing is, right? And the truth is you have the choice to make that decision in your life, that fork in the road of whether or not you are going to stay in this place of shame and victimhood, or if you are going to choose to be resilient and embark on a new path, right? Because the truth is you're gonna hit these things in your life often. So how long do you think you can keep playing the victim card, right? And that's what happened to me. Like, how long did I keep wanting to just keep boo-hooing in my stuff and not get up and own it, right? And I realized that was my first thing. My first thing was my choice. I had to make the choice. And so I know that all of us are going through stuff. We are all going through stuff, because if you're living and breathing, you are going through something, right? Life might be good right now and calm, and that is a blessing, because that is not going to stay. So enjoy that, right? Because life is about growth and stretching and expanding and experiences, good, bad, and ugly. That's what life is. And life is going to give you these amazing, sometimes horrific challenges, but life doesn't necessarily become easier. Life can become harder, right? But I can become stronger. You can become stronger. You can have resilience in your life. You can navigate changes in your life, because you you thinking that you got all the money now, or you got your career going, you got, I don't know, a partner, whatever it is, you're thinking, I got this, I'm good, life is good right now. But you know what? Life sometimes doesn't become easier. It really has its challenges, new waves, new things that come your way, and even challenges that you might have faced in the past that are coming in a new package, right? And so you're like, what the frig is this, right? But resilience is a gift. The challenges that come to you, that's a gift. It teaches you to be resilient. It teaches you to really empower yourself, to really look at this as a new challenge and opportunity, as a new thing to look at and say, man, this might destroy me or lift me up. I'm not sure which one. I need to make a decision, because resilience is a remarkable gift. It empowers you to fulfill your destiny. It empowers you to get up every day and face another setback, and face another hardship, and face another challenge, and face another thing coming at you. That's resilience, right? Getting up anyway and saying, I got this. This is crappy. I don't like it, but I got this, right? So resilience is a gift. And I know that most of us would rather just not have resilience, because then we don't have to have any problems. But the truth is you're going to have them. You're going to have them. And sometimes we get to a point in our life where we hit that rock bottom place, whatever that rock bottom place is for you. It happens to a lot of us, and we experience a lot of loss. We experience trauma. We experience abuse. We experience these things in life that are very difficult, right? And when I faced those things, I have to rely on my resilience. I have to rely on my perseverance. I have to rely on the fact that I have overcome many, many obstacles in my life, and I will endure. And I want you to remember all of the lessons and the scars that you have from all the battles that you've been through, and all the trauma and all the loss and all of that you have been through in your life. Yet you get up every day. Yet you are here every day. Yet you make a move every day. And that, my friends, is resilience. That is resilience to persevere and overcome another obstacle that may be coming. I really believe that God allows us to have all of these obstacles in my life so that we can have endurance and that we can have stamina for whatever this life here throws at us, right? Because achieving anything in your life, any kind of success, any kind of growth in your life, endurance, stamina is going to be like major players in your life. Acknowledging that not all of your challenges, will be overcome easy. Let's be real. It's going to be freaking hard. But if you endure and you get up every day and you keep it moving and you go again and you go again and you go again, you will overcome it. Because if you think of every battle that you have fought, every battle that you have overcome, endurance is what got you there, because you got up anyway, because another day came and you woke up. Sometimes maybe not wanting to, sometimes maybe being challenged, sometimes maybe getting your ass kicked. But the truth is endurance and stamina is what got you to go ahead and achieve the success that you need in your life, whatever success means to you, right? I wanted to talk about resilience because I feel like we're all getting beat up in so many different directions, especially with all of the crap on the news and the TV and all the lies being spewed out. And we have to sit there and try to manage all of this in our brains and our minds. There's a lot of loss, a lot of like horrific, tragic things happening. And we have to realize that in order for us to have resilience, in order for us to move forward, we're going to have a mind shift and a positive reaction to adversity, and realize that we have to choose to accept the challenges that come in our life and react to them in a positive way, and viewing it as an opportunity for growth, even when it's shitty, even when it feels awful, even when it is against you. You have to choose to react in a different way, instead of a way of victimhood, instead of a way of falling into this place of despair. You have to seize the opportunity that maybe that this challenge that's coming in your life, as crappy as it is a possibility for strength and resilience that is presented to you in a life challenge, in a platter, if you will, right? Because honestly, life is more like a program, if you realize it, right? Like we're here, we get up every day, we do our thing, and it's all about these intricate programs in our life that God is kind of guiding us through in order for us to really uh, get what is that saying? At the end of my life, I want God to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Serving humanity, serving others. I can't do that in a mindset of being destroyed, in a mindset of being a victim. I can't serve people that way, and neither can you, right? I recognize that life can be like a program to me, right? Like I take my time to examine it. I take my time to look at it. I take my time to always think about what my brain is doing. How am I being programmed? What is the shape of my reality? What is real? What is not? What is truth? What isn't truth? Right? I always look at things that way, and I love that about my mind. I love that God made me that way. I love that I don't just follow a narrative, that I just follow a program, that I follow the herd. I've never been that person. A herd is going this way, and I'm like, what's that way? Right? Because I recognize that life can really be examined. You can look at it, you can intricate, you can make it into your shape and what you want it to. And yes, I can do way better. Heck yeah, we can all do way better. But you have to realize that you can look at even when an obstacle, a loss, tragic, this is awful. How do I look at this to program it into the reality of my life, and to know that this is a lesson for resilience, that this is something that's going to impact my life so that I can impact others? How do I look at life that way? Right? In difficult situations, I know that negative emotions and shame and the victim mentality and all of that will come up. Negative emotions are going to be there. You're a freaking human being. This is a human condition. But you have to really utilize also the strengths that are within you, the stuff that made you come up today, the stuff that made you wake up this morning and get out of bed and do life again. That's resilience, right? You have to start learning to develop coping mechanisms so you can move freaking forward in your life and not let negative emotions and all of the stuff that's coming against you knock you down. For what? You are up another day. Make it count. Develop these mechanisms. Know that you can move forward. Have compassion on yourself. Have compassion for what you've been through. Know that you've been through some stuff. But resilience is going to be rooted deeply in you and in others in compassion. All right. Understand that the future is influenced by your ability to really cope, by your ability to really have this deep connection and compassion with other human beings. And that is why you're going through what you're going through, because you're going to utilize everything that you have learned, everything that you have lived, everything that you have cultivated in your life to really be compassionate against other human beings and to be able to help others rise when they feel like they can't. You have to be committed to resilience, committed to what it is that you are here for. What are you present for? You woke up this morning for a reason. I don't care what anybody says. You woke up this morning for a reason. I am fully committed to my resilience. I'm fully committed to dedicating my life in practicing what that means. I don't know what it all means. I know that it means that I get up another day and I get to freaking try again when faced with adversity. That's embracing resilience. Discover what that means for you. What is that inner resource for you? When you're faced with like not being able to do your work, or you can't build your business the way you want to, or you don't have the money to pay for whatever, discover what's inside of you. Discover that hidden reservoir, if you will. What's in there? What courage did you have to get up today, even though you've been through some stuff, right? There's resilience within yourself. Enable that. Enable and fulfill that in you, that destiny in you, that life in you. Embrace it. I want you to know what it's meant to be alive, right? And it unfortunately, it really is about getting that challenge that's in front of you right now, looking at it, breaking it down, understanding it, pulling out of it all of the good stuff, everything that's going to make you a tough ass for the next one, right? Feel free to really look at life and adapt it. Right? What does it mean? I don't care if you got to get bullet points out. I'm that type of person. I'm very analytical. I have to look at things on a list. Check, check, check. Right? That's just the way I am. And when I look at life, I try to look at life in that way. I'm always analyzing. My husband's always sitting there listening to me just talk, because that's what I do. I'm like, life is about blah, blah, blah. And life is this and life is that. And, personal resilience and da, 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 da. And I'm sure he's sick of it. But the truth of the matter is I don't want to let my husband down in his life. And I don't want to let myself down in my life. And I will be here every week as much as I can be to always pour into you, because I have endured a lot of stuff and it has made me resilient and it has made me strong and it has made me capable. And because of that, I want to impact somebody else's life, because nobody should be left behind and nobody should be mistreated and nobody should be taken down into a path where they can't grow or see themselves expand. Every one of us has the capacity to do it. Nobody's better than anybody. Let's keep it moving. I want you to embrace resilience and to realize that you got what it takes. You have grit. You have it. If you woke up today, I know you've been through some stuff. And I bet you that some of you can comment right now and tell me the stuff you have been through, and I would be blown away because you woke up today anyway. because you got up anyway, because you did what you had to do anyway. Yes, we have a lot of stuff that comes against us: depression, anxiety, worry, all that stuff. I get it. Don't live there. Look at it, learn from it, move. Look at it, learn from it, move. Do not stay there. You feel depressed? Got you. I've been there, done that. Yes, I have. And sometimes I feel it come back because that little sucker doesn't want to leave all the time. But what I do is I sit there and I say, is this true? Is what I am feeling right now true to life? Is it true to my life? Is it true? Does it really speak to the validity of my life? Most of the time, about 100% of the time, the answer is no, because when something comes to depress you, it's to pull you down. And you have to realize that you have got more in you than that. Now, go see a therapist if you need to. Go work with a coach if you need to. Go do something, but don't stay stuck and don't stay there, because that only means that you are just not being creative enough to go ahead and expand your mind to something better. So embrace resilience, make it happen in your life. You got this, even in spite of all the stuff that life teaches us, which sometimes is super hard. You got this. You are here today. You are alive. Embrace resilience. Keep it moving. Okay, I think I yelled at you enough for today, but I just want to make sure that you get the message. I don't want you to be a victim of life anymore. Life is going to always throw you curveballs. Catch those freaking curveballs. See what the lesson is that you have to learn in that hardship that you're going through, and use it to unlock your superpower. Use it. Unlock your superpower and go help someone else, right? What's that, Melissa? What is something just keep hitting you like a routine? That's a great question. What is it? What if something keeps hitting you like a routine? What do you have to do? Change the routine. Change the routine. And what that means is when something's hitting you over and over again, now you need to stop and pause and analyze what's happening. This is what I'm talking about. Analyzing life. Why is this happening? What am I thinking about? How is my mindset? Why is it doing this all the time? What is this habit? How am I contributing to this? So if this is happening to me all the time, why? What am I contributing to make this happen? Is it my fear? Is it my lack of confidence? Is it my trauma? What is happening here that something is hitting me in life as a routine all the time? Change the routine, Melissa. Change the routine, right? Because we get stuck. And that's the problem. When you said routine, that's a trigger word for me, because that's exactly what it is. It is us being always on the same hamster wheel, doing the same thing, expecting something different to happen. And it doesn't, because you got to show up for you. You have to embrace whatever that life is that's trying to teach you. Whatever God is trying to teach you, learn it so that you can stop doing this routine that you're talking about. What can you change? How can you change? Go to therapy, get a coach, you do something different, wake up and change your whole routine in your day. Start small. Okay? Yes. Good. I'm glad that you agree. Start small. If you have to brush your hand with a different brush your teeth with a different hand, it'll be different in your brain. Start changing routines. If you're doing something same all the time and you're seeing this is always happening, change it. Or you're in control. You are in control. And you have been through so much, Melissa. All of us have been through so much. I'm sure you've been through so much too, that you have more strength than you give yourself credit. You have more strength than you know, and more wisdom than you know, because you have already learned to get up every day to do what you got to do in spite of how you feel. So change the routine and validate you. Understand that you've been through some stuff. You've gone through it. And now learn from it. Don't keep repeating it. Learn. Ask God, what am I supposed to learn here? What am I doing wrong? What am I afraid of? How do I shift? What do I do differently? How do I get my mind out of the gutter? What is it that I do that makes me look at things a little bit differently so I don't have to keep being a victim to this routine every time? Okay. I hope that is helpful. And thank you for sharing such a powerful question, because that's a powerful question for all of us who are in routines that feel like, oh, I can't get out of this. I can't get out of this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. You have to think about how, why, What is it that I'm learning from this? How do I shift? What do I change? What do I do differently? How do I do something afraid so I can stop being here in this space that I don't like? You have control of that. Okay. Embrace your resilience and understand that you have to give yourself credit where credit is due. If somebody has been through some stuff and gets up every day anyway, you are stronger than you think you are, wiser than you think you are, more resilient than you think you are. Make it happen. I hope that's helpful. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing that. I appreciate it. But you guys, I'm serious. No more getting stuck, though. No more of this word, I'm stuck. No more. No more of that. Every time you say I'm stuck, say, hold up, what am I stuck about? Write it down. What am I stuck about? Why am I stuck? What is going on in my life? How does this affect me? What am I doing? You guys have to be active in your own life. Like nobody's gonna come rescue you. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You gotta be active in your own life and be careful. Be very, very careful with the routine or the habit of being a victim always. Be very careful with that because that becomes a comfort place. Okay, that becomes a place where we get comfortable. If we stay stuck, we get comfortable being stuck, but then we're upset and angry that we're stuck. But it becomes a habit. Change the habit, change the game. Okay, you are very welcome, Melissa. You are very, very welcome. I hope that helped. And if you have to watch the video again, watch it again. Share it with people that may feel the same way you feel. You know what I mean? Like get people like on the same side as you, like the same team, so that you guys can support each other in that journey. But you guys are freaking amazing. I am so grateful for all of you that always come and watch. And some of you comment, some of you DM me privately, all of that great stuff. But I am so grateful because without you, what am I doing? Right? I use my life to pour into your life. And I hope that it is helpful. I hope that it impacts you. I hope that it inspires you because that is the point. That is at least my point. I feel like God put me here to inspire, to grow, challenge, and transform your thinking. That's what I'm here for. So guys, if you liked the video, if you liked anything that I said, if you agree, just go ahead and leave me a comment. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, because that helps me grow and it helps me touch more people. It helps me expand my community. I love you guys so much. This is Neena Perez. This is Straight Talk, no sugar added. Until next time.